welcome. Welcome to our viewers that are online, by our broadcast or in person. Wow, what a night. We have a full house, and we are welcoming each and every one of you for being here this evening. We appreciate you coming and showing interest in our children. We have a new feature tonight to share with you, all of our viewers, which is a running scroll of our board agenda and voting items. So from now on, we will make this scroll, and it will begin 15 minutes prior to each of our regular board meetings. And also, if you want to also see the agenda, you can download it on WLX Horizon app on your phones to see live district events as well as board meetings. At this time, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, and directly after the Kids at Hope Treasure Hunters Pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, and liberty and justice for all.
Ooh, wow, you know your Pledge of Allegiance, don't you? Good job. The Treasure Hunters pledge with us, you can see it on the board at the wall. As an adult and treasure hunter, I am committed to search for all the talent, skills, and intelligence that exist in all children and youth. I believe that all children are capable of success, no exceptions. You may be seated. Thank you. Okay, we have a very special presentation with us tonight. They are from CAS, our Creative Arts Academy of St. Lucie, and it's our students that will perform for us. Their principal is Principal Jane Whitaker. Welcome and thank you so much. And Miss Jamie Dean will provide a special performance under her direction. Miss Dean, you may begin.
Let the passage
Let's give our young people a standing ovation. What a wonderful presentation, young people, and you're welcome. I heard them sing that song, thank you, teachers. And we also thank our parents, don't we, for being so supportive. If you are a parent of one of these fine students, would you please stand and let us just honor you as well for your support. Thank you. That was beautiful. Thank you, Ms. Whitaker, for the fine job you are doing at Cass. Okay, we're going to wait for our young people in the audience to leave out, those that are leaving. And at this time, we're going to begin our special order of business. We will ask Dr. Prince and Ms. Martin to take this.
As always, I'd like to invite the best communications chief in the state of Florida, Ms. Lydia Martin, to the podium for our recognitions, and I'd politely ask the board members to move around front for pictures. Thank you.
Good evening, Madam Chair, board members, Superintendent Dr. Prince. At this time, we will start with our first recognition, and I would like to introduce Alyssa Saldarriaga from the Everglades Foundation, who will share this first recognition with us. Alyssa, please come forward.
Good afternoon. We are incredibly proud of all three of our Everglades champion schools being recognized tonight. Their dedication to environmental education, hands-on learning, and fostering a deep connection to the Everglades is truly inspiring. These schools are setting a powerful example for future generations of environmental stewards, and we look forward to seeing their continued impact in the community. The Everglades Foundation is proud to recognize Floresta Elementary School as a Silver Everglades Champion School in its first year in the program. With over 30% of teachers trained and 100% of students receiving Everglades literacy lessons, the school has made significant strides in environmental education. Students celebrated Literacy Week with an Everglades-themed vocabulary parade and a community guest reader sharing Everglades-themed books. In art, fourth graders created Everglades landscapes using painted paper scraps, while field experiences such as learning about bird adaptations at the Botanical Garden, seining in Fort Pierce, and visiting the Hobe Sound Nature Center deepened their understanding of local ecosystems. Through the support of 8 community members, these activities have not only enhanced literacy-based instruction, but also inspired a passion for environmental stewardship. As a coastal school, Floresta recognizes the importance of educating students on water conservation and the protection of Everglades' diverse species, ensuring the health of the ecosystem for future generations. We are also proud to recognize Lakewood Park Elementary as a bronze-level Everglades champion school in its first year in the program. With over 30% of teachers trained and more than 60% of students receiving Everglades lessons, the school has made remarkable strides in environmental education. All students participated in the Turtle Trunk experience, and every class took part in field experiences about exploring animal habitats, seining the lagoon to learn about native, invasive, and exotic species. The school also launched a student ambassador program where hand-picked students educated peers and staff on the importance of Everglades and conservation efforts. A whole class book study on Marjorie Stoneman Douglas helped deepen their understanding of America's Everglades. With support from their Everglades committee, they hosted an interactive display on how insects eat during family STEAM night. The school's motivation to participate in the program stems from a desire to help students understand the significance of the Everglades and water conservation, inspiring them to become environmentally responsible citizens and what that looks like at the local, state, national, and global levels. I have one more school to go. Lastly, we would like to recognize Morningside Elementary as a gold-level Everglades champion school. With over 70% of teachers trained, including hosting their own training, the school has gone above and beyond to ensure Everglades education is a key part of the curriculum. 100% of students participate in Everglades lessons, with second graders gaining hands-on experience using scientific tools to learn about turtles and their uniqueness through the activities like nesting relay race and turtle rehabilitation lessons. You will also see students learning about the Everglades through Morningside's cross-curricular approach in their art, music, and PE courses. The students' commitment to Everglades education included every student participating in field experiences. Students explored the underwater ecosystems of the Indian River Lagoon, conducted insect counts, and observed bird life in nature, comparing their findings to birds seen on the school playground. Morningside's Everglades ambassadors focused on understanding the interconnectedness of the ecosystem, creating and distributing an Everglades-themed newsletter to the local pizzeria, where they shared the importance of protecting the Everglades. Through these efforts, Morningside Elementary is fostering a deeper understanding of the Everglades and inspiring students to become passionate environmental stewards. We would like to extend a heartfelt thank you to the school district for having the Everglades Foundation here tonight. Your continued support and commitment to the environmental education play a vital role in empowering students to become informed, passionate advocates for the Everglades. We are grateful for the opportunity to collaborate with you and look forward to furthering our partnership in the years to come. Thank you. Okay, Morningside can come up.
All right, congratulations, Morningside. Now we'll have Floresta Elementary representatives come forward. All right, congratulations, Floresta and Lakewood Park Elementary. All right, congratulations to our Everglades champion schools. Next, I'd like to invite Dr. Mary Hufstetter, Coordinator of Early Childhood Education, who will share with us the next recognition.
Thank you, Lydia. Superintendent Prince, beautiful board members, and members of our school community. It is my honor to introduce Deb LaBella, who is the Director of Programs with our amazing Early Learning Coalition of St. Lucie County. She is here to help us celebrate one of our fabulous VPK classrooms.
Thank you, Mary. It is my honor to represent the Early Learning Coalition in recognizing Bayshore Elementary for a perfect 7 score on their class assessment, which is a tool that's used from the state, from Division of Early Learning, to measure interaction and to determine high quality. Bayshore Elementary is one of 5 schools in 2 years who received a perfect score. And it is no small feat. The teachers, Dallas and Tricia, sorry, Tricia, absolutely, they work hard. Their hard work shows. Their children, they interact with the children. They are providing the highest quality of service to those VPK kiddos. We, as a coalition, have bragging rights now when we go to the state and we're with our other coalitions that we have a perfect score. We have a 7. So the administration at Bayshore Elementary is very supportive. Tricia and Dallas, congratulations. We are so happy and so proud to be a part of what you do every single day in a classroom.
Over 10,000 providers, over 200 observations, and Dr. Wild just said, yes, repeat and reiterate, only 1 of 5 in the entire state of Florida.
In 2 years.
In 2 years, and we love you.
All right, congratulations. Next, I'd like to invite members of the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Committee, who will be assisted by Dr. Kevin Perry, and they will present the awards for the parade and the Week of Kindness.
Madam Chair, School Board Member, Superintendent Prince, it wasn't for 15 years until after the death of Martin Luther King Jr. that civil rights activists finally succeeded in making ML King Jr. Day a nationally observed holiday. On November 2nd, 1983, President Ronald Reagan signed the bill making the 3rd Monday in January a federal holiday in observance of King's legacy. The holiday was first observed 3 years later on January 20th, 1986. St. Lucie Public Schools has been a partner with the MLK Commemorative Committee since its inception 41 years ago. I'm inviting at this time Mr. Larrington McNeely, Interim Chairperson, to make the award presentations. Mr. McNeely.
Greetings, Madam Chair, distinguished school board members, our superintendent, Dr. John Prince. I'm Larrington McNeely Jr., and I have the privilege of serving as the interim chairperson of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Commemorative Committee of St. Lucie County. I'm a proud honors graduate of Fort Pierce Central High School and Indian River State College, and a proud employee of St. Lucie Public Schools working at St. Lucie Elementary. Thank you. For 41 years, St. Lucie Public Schools has been a strong supporter of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Commemorative Committee celebration. More recently, when we needed additional assistance, St. Lucie Public Schools stepped in again, and we thank you for your continued support, assistance, and your generosity. Joining me this evening are the members of the Martin Luther King Commemorative Committee and the St. Lucie County Retired Educators Association. If you could please give them a hand. It should always be our practice to show kindness to one another. With that being said, we would like to recognize the following schools for participating in this year's Week of Kindness. I call to the front Mrs. Lavinia Morgan.
Good evening, Madam Chair, board members, and Superintendent Dr. Prince. On behalf of the Treasure Coast chapter of the Charmettes Incorporated and the Martin Luther King Commemorative Committee, it is my pleasure to recognize the following schools for their participation in the 2025 Week of Kindness. During the week of January 10th through the 17th, staff and students at these schools carried out various random acts of kindness that impacted their school and their community. Congratulations to White City Elementary, third place. Morningside Elementary, Mariposa Elementary, second place. And Dan McCarty Middle, first place.
At this time, we are extremely honored to present these awards to the winners of the Grand Parade. In the category for elementary schools, in third place, Bayshore Elementary. Second place, Parkway Elementary. And in first place, Village Green Environmental Studies. In the category for middle and K-8 schools, coming in third place, Forest Grove Middle School. Second place, Southport Middle School. First place, St. Lucie West K-8 School. In our category for high schools, coming in third place, Lincoln Park Academy. Second place, Treasure Coast High School. And in first place, Port St. Lucie High School. And now we announce our overall winner for the 2025 Grand Parade, and that's none other than Fort Pierce Central High School. Finally, we would like to just recognize the following schools for their assistance and just extra love on the day of the parade, beginning with Chester A. Moore Elementary, Principal Dr. Thelma Jackson, Lincoln Park Academy, Principal Dr. Michelle Harrington, Fort Pierce Central High School, Principal Mr. Eldrick Gardner, and Dan McCarty Middle School, Mrs. Latricia Stubbs James. If you can come forward at this time. Once again, to St. Lucie Public Schools, we say thank you, thank you, thank you.
Madam Chair, School Board Member Superintendent Prince, African American History Month is the brainchild of Dr. Carter G. Woodson, a noted scholar and academician with an earned PhD in history from Harvard University. It originally started as Negro History Week in 1926. Negro History Week was expanded to become Black History Month in 1976 when U.S. President Gerald Ford issued the first Black History Month commemoration, urging Americans to participate in its observance and saying, in its observance. President Carter added in 1978 that the celebration provides for all Americans a chance to rejoice and express pride in a heritage that adds so much to our way of life. At this time to read our proclamation is our Principal of the Year, LaTanya Green.
Good evening, Madam Chair, Dr. Mills, board members, and Superintendent Dr. Prince. I have the privilege this evening to read the School Board of St. Lucie County Proclamation for National African American History Month, February 2025. Whereas the School Board of St. Lucie County take pride in joining Americans throughout the country and various parts of the world in recognizing February 2025 as National African American History Month. And whereas African American History Month celebrates the contributions that African Americans have made to American history, and whereas National African American History Month had its origin in 1915 and was initiated in 1926 by Dr. Carter G. Woodson as Black History Week, and in 1976, commemoration of Black history in the United States was expanded to Black History Month. And in doing so, he stated, "Those who have no record of what their forebears have accomplished lose the inspiration which comes from the teaching of biography and history." And whereas in 1994 and 2002, the Florida legislature passed legislation to ensure that African and African American history content is taught in schools. And whereas 2025 marks the 100-year anniversary of the creation of Brotherhood of Sleeping Car Porters and Maids by labor organizer and civil rights activist A. Philip Randolph, who was the first Black union to receive a charter in the American Federation of Labor. And whereas this year's theme, African Americans in Labor, is a powerful reflection of the pivotal role of the hard work of African Americans have played in our country's history. This theme underscores the many ways in which labor has been at the core of the Black American experience. And whereas the theme, African Americans in Labor, intends to encourage broad reflections on intersections between Black people's work and their workplaces in all their iterations and key moments throughout the U.S., Africa, and diaspora, and whereas by focusing on African Americans in labor, Black History Month in 2025 aims to celebrate and honor those profound contributions, shedding light on how work, both historically and present day, continues to shape the identity, culture, and economic status of our communities. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the School Board of St. Lucie County does hereby proclaim February 2025 as African American History Month. Thank you.
I will now entertain a motion and a second. So moved. So moved by Mr. Ingersoll, second by Ms. Harrison. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right, there you go, you got it.
Okay.
Motion carries 5-0.
And we're just going to get a quick photo. All right, thank you. And next, our star recipient for this evening, our first one is Mr. Octavius Robinson, who was nominated by Jimmy Hardison, Coordinator of Transportation. Mr. Robinson, if you could come forward. Mr. Robinson worked with transportation to ensure the safety of a student who needed additional support on the bus. He contacted the family and set up a meeting to review the concerns with the family and with transportation staff. He went above and beyond to provide the much-needed intervention and ongoing support to ensure the safety of all. So congratulations and thank you for going above and beyond. Next, we'd like to recognize Serena Young, bus driver, and Judith Ward, bus aide. They were nominated by Esther Rivera, who is the Director of Student Services, but this nomination came from her as a parent. So Serena and Judith, if you could come forward. In her nomination, Ms. Rivera wrote, "I'd like to nominate my son's bus driver and bus aide. My son has special needs, and we recently relocated from another district to St. Lucie. In his previous district, he was very fearful of the bus. He had behavior struggles on the bus, and we needed to seek alternate transportation. But in St. Lucie, we decided to try him on the bus again. And since the first day of school, the bus driver and bus aide went above and beyond in creating a relationship with him. They introduced themselves to us and quickly asked if he had any likes or dislikes. They sought to know any triggers that he may have and how to calm him down. Her son knows his colors, and they quickly realized that he loves clothes and sneakers. So every day they asked her son what color he would like for the next day. They then matched their outfits and sneakers to the color he requests, which brings a lot of joy to her son. Their efforts definitely go above and beyond their duties, and they make all children feel included and special every single day. They are truly stars in our school system. Congratulations." And Madam Chair, that concludes our special orders of business. That's it. Yes, ma'am, that's it.
Okay, it's time for us to move forward with our, before we have our easel report this evening, we're going to have our Youth Advisory President. And would you please come to the podium, Ms. Alexa Morgan? And welcome to the board meeting this evening.
Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the board, and Superintendent Prince. I know I always have me moved up, but I always got something going on. I'm going to an IRSC test today and then football afterwards. But I just wanted to start by expressing my gratitude for the continued support of the Youth Advisory Council. While I was unable to attend the most recent meeting due to a HOSA competition, Ms. Hawley graciously stepped in to chair the meeting, ensuring that our discussions remained productive and focused. On January 27th, the Youth Advisory Council convened at the district office to discuss key issues affecting students across the district. One of the highlights of our meeting was a presentation by Ms. Alicia Sheets, Director of the Career and Technical Education, CTE. She provided valuable insights into the district's expanding CTE programs, highlighting industry certifications that give students a competitive edge. We were particularly impressed by the 336% increase in certification pass rates over the past 9 years, emphasizing the effectiveness of these programs. However, a major concern remains that many parents and students are still unaware of these opportunities. Moving forward, the Council is committed to increasing awareness and ensuring equitable and access to these programs across all schools. Additionally, each school representative shared reports on student concerns, ongoing initiatives, and upcoming events. A recurring topic of discussion was the district-wide schedule adjustments and their potential impact on students. Several schools reported that students and parents are voicing concerns about how these changes might affect academic performance and extracurricular involvement. Some parents have even expressed a willingness to petition for adjustments. Beyond academic matters, student engagement remains a priority. Schools are actively organizing events such as leadership inductions, mental wellness initiatives, and attendance incentives. While we are also pleased to hear about increased club participation and community involvement, particularly in the MLK Parade, where multiple schools represented our district with pride. However, certain challenges were noticed, including student concerns regarding counselor responsiveness. As we continue our work, the Youth Advisory Council remains dedicated to amplifying student voice and driving meaningful change. We appreciate your ongoing support. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Morgan.
Thank you, guys.
Our easel report is David Freeman here. Oh, okay.
Alan's here.
Alan?
Good evening,
Welcome,
Madam.
Alan.
Good evening, Madam Chair, board members, Superintendent Prince. I'm Alan Matheson. I'm the ESOL treasurer and a CTE teacher at Lincoln Park Academy. I'll be filling in for Dave Freeland tonight. We have just one topic we'd like to discuss this evening, and the topic is health insurance. This is an issue where we have been having consistent, ongoing collaborative discussions with our district partners. I have been on the insurance committee for over a decade, so I'm well versed in this topic. In November, some of our members received letters regarding a change in Florida Blue's prescription formulary for its condition care program. This program allows employees to purchase medications for co-pays instead of first applying their prescription deductible. Little did they know how much this would affect them. Many of our members reached out to say that in January, their meds that had previously cost $25 copay were now costing $1,000 or more a month until their deductible gets hit. Deductibles for our lowest plan is $5,000 for an individual and $10,000 for the family plan. This is an insurmountable out-of-pocket increase for our members, but especially for those who are in the lowest paid positions, who simply cannot absorb these costs. Take a minute to think. Where would you come up with another $1,000 per month? Some of your employees are already working 2 side jobs to make ends meet. Our union has raised additional concerns, particularly because we pay a significant sum to our consultant for guidance on these matters. It is understandable that our consultant wouldn't have known about these specific changes in advance, but considering these medications are a major driver of usage and affect our Florida Blues bottom line, We should have received some sort of warning that this potential outcome, and perhaps some more assistance for our employees to know just how big of a change this was, other than just a simple form letter. The union, the district, and most importantly, our members were blindsided by this change. To make matters more difficult, this occurred after open enrollment, leaving no opportunity for our members to explore alternate options. To further complicate things, our members were unable to get updated cost information until they tried to fill their prescriptions on January 1st and had that large sticker shock. Many employees have been struggling to reach their doctors in an attempt to find medications, a different medication, or pre-clearance for these life-saving medications. Others have resorted to scouring the internet in the hopes of finding coupons for their medications. I also want to stress that while Florida Blue is saying these medications are still covered, that's after they're reaching their deductible. There's only a copay after they hit the deductible, and that's not a reasonable answer. Our members could be bankrupt by then. Our members cannot afford upfront costs for even a single month's medication, and they will likely never reach their deductible. We don't want employees to go without their life-saving medications, and we also don't want to lose employees to other employers simply because of their medication benefit. This formulary change has a potential to save Florida Blue millions of dollars in medical care usage while shifting the burden to employees. The question is the savings going to show up in our 2025 usage? And if they do, will our premiums be reduced for this year? And were these changes considered before setting our rates for 2025? The union is fully aware and has communicated to our members that neither the union nor the school district has control over this change. However, we do have a shared responsibility to respond and to support to our members in any way we can. David has had conversations with the superintendent and shared some of our ideas, but nothing has been agreed to yet. We continue to engage in discussions, and I sincerely hope together we can find a solution that helps both our members and our districts navigating this change. Thank you.
Thank you, Alan. We appreciate you coming forward and giving your report. CWA, any report this evening? Okay, thank you, Ms. Vickers. No report from CWA. Okay, so we're going to move directly into our adoption of consent agenda. May I entertain a motion in a second?
So moved.
So moved, Mr. Ingersoll. Second, Ms. Arison. At this time, Superintendent, please give us your recommendation for approval of the consent agenda.
I recommend the board approve the consent agenda submitted.
Superintendent has recommended that we approve the consent agenda. Can I have a motion and second?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second to approve the consent agenda. If there be any items at this time for removal, please let us know. Okay, seeing that there are no items to be removed, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. The consent agenda has been approved. Board members, we have several action items that we need to vote on this evening. We will start out with the superintendent's recommendation on the board protocols and norms.
Madam Chair, after a roundtable discussion of the current board protocols at a special master board program meeting that took place on January 24th, the board agreed to continue with the current board protocols for another year. Therefore, I recommend the board approve the continuance of the current board protocols without any revisions as presented.
May I have a motion and second?
So moved.
So moved, Ms. Hawley, second by Mr. Ingersoll. Any discussion? No discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
One.
Okay, motion carries 4-1. All right, Superintendent, can we now have your comments and staff report?
Yes, first of all, I'm very excited to announce we have a new staff member with us. It was actually approved last month, but she was still currently employed with her other district, so she was unable to be introduced to the board at that time. So I'd like to bring up at this time Erin Harrigan, our Assistant General Counsel. Welcome, Erin.
Good evening, Madam Chairwoman, members of the board, and Dr. Prince. I'm honored to be joining St. Lucie Public Schools Legal Department as the Assistant General Counsel. Every professional challenge that I've pursued has led me to one step closer to this moment. Following law school, I learned compliance management from some of the sharpest individuals in NCAA athletics working at multiple Division I and II universities. I built upon that base at Schillinger and Coleman, where I was able to develop skills in business and real estate litigation, as well as municipal law. I hold a professional educator certificate from the Florida Department of Education in the areas of biology, English, exceptional student education, mathematics, biology, physical education, and social sciences. I first used those certifications to serve in Brevard Public Schools, where I taught credit retrieval, law studies, U.S. history, and the ACE U.S. history curriculums, among other courses, as well as accepting other duties as assigned, including coaching and multiple chair position roles. St. Lucie County first became my home in 2017 when I joined DCF and Children's Legal Services, advocating for children in Circuit 19 community. I continued to hone my trial practice and child advocacy and advocate for the best interest of the child in the Circuit 19 Guardian Ad Litem program. When COVID shut down the world, I took the opportunity to lead the HART grant program for Florida Rural Legal Services and help members of our community navigate the uncertainty of the housing and rental markets. Most recently, I served as the attorney for exceptional student education and ADA compliance in the Volusia County Schools. I'm excited to share my knowledge and experience with St. Lucie Public Schools and serve our community once more. My passion for education advocacy aligns directly with the district mission to ensure all students graduate from safe, caring schools equipped with knowledge, skills, and desire to succeed. And I thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, Ms. Harrigan. We're just so excited to bring you on board. We're able to attract the best and brightest in the state of Florida, so welcome. We're very excited to get a chance to work with you. I want to mention a couple of things, some things that have occurred in the district, especially with the Office of Teaching and Learning. February 7th on Friday was the STEM Fair at IRSC. We had about 150 students in their projects, and that award ceremony is going to be on February 16th at 6 p.m. at Fort Pierce Central. As always, I encourage and welcome our board members to attend as long as the public. This Saturday, February 8th, was the annual Early Childhood Conference, where over 200 VPK providers, public and private, came together to participate in a full day of professional training. Was well attended. I want to thank Mary Hustetter, Cassie Velasquez, and the OTL team for putting that on. It was a great event. Tomorrow is the EDC, Economic Development Counselor Bus Tour, and that's where our school counselors are going out to local industries to see what local industries need from our workforce and what kind of kids that we're going to be graduating that can immediately enter the workforce and work for those businesses. February 19th, next week, is Holocaust Remembrance Day at Oak Hammock. It's truly one of my favorite events. Get to see the history and meet some of the survivors, and also just getting into details with the students. That is a real student-led event. It's always a great event, and one that brings back the best thing about the future is don't repeat the mistakes of the past. Thursday is Chart Your Course Maritime Expo, and that's the middle school and high school students visit the Fort Pierce Yacht Club to learn about career opportunities in the local marine industry. And we've had a number of board members participate in the past. It's always great to see our students being exposed to the industries and the work opportunities they have once they graduate from high school. Lastly, I'm going to mention this because this is very, very important. This is for the public and the board members. Friday is Valentine's Day. I did wear my tie, and as someone who has some daughters at home and also a wife, it's very important to remember that. Gentlemen, I strongly encourage you to do what you need to do. Happy wife, happy life, but not just that. It's really a day to appreciate the loved ones in your life, so I wish all of you good fortune and have a wonderful week. That concludes my remarks.
Thank you, Superintendent Prince. At this time, we do have, attorney's report. Attorney Scott Cole, do you have any report?
No, ma'am, no report.
Okay, with that being no report, we do have a couple of other items that's coming before us, action items that we need to vote on, board members. The approval of board member out-of-district travel request to attend FSBA with Ms. Hawley. It's FSBA 38th Annual Day in the Legislature, and that will be March 19th through the 20th. And as according to Statute 1001.39, Florida statutes, we do need to open this up for any public comment regarding this particular item. And this would be the transportation, out-of-state transportation reimbursements for board member Debbie Hawley. Anyone in the immediate audience would like to comment on this? Seeing there are none, we will go for a vote with this. Give me a motion and a second, please.
Second.
So move Mr. Ingersoll, second Ms. Arisol. Okay, Ms. Hawley, any discussions at all?
Is this out of state? I thought this was a trip to Tallahassee.
It's to Tallahassee, I'm sorry. This is not out of state, but we still need to go and do a vote on it and open it up for public comments. And it's basically to reimburse Ms. Hawley for her out of the district, I guess I would say, travel requests.
Very good.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion will carry 5-0. Another action item we have that have come up is the appointment of Citizen Advisory Committee members. That's also another statute that we need, not statute, but it is the Citizen Advisory Committee that is scheduled to meet for March 31st, 2025. Per the Citizen Advisory Committee resolution, which was signed on June the 11th, 2019, each board member shall appoint one representative whose term on the committee shall coincide with the term of that board member who appoints them. So we do have two, one re-election here with Ms. Richardson, and also new board membership with Teresa Arison. Ms. Arison has a current member of that committee, Gary Wilson, that she is reappointing, and Ms. Richardson has an appointee, Natalie Edwards, for her. So we need to take a vote on that board. Can I have a motion and a second?
So moved.
So move Mr. Ingersoll, second Ms. Hawley. Any discussion?
Yes,
Yes.
Madam Chair. I just wanted to find out why is it that we are taking a vote on this? I don't remember taking a vote any other time. So did we, Ms. Hawley? We did? Okay, she answered my question. Thank you.
Okay. Any more discussion? Seeing no more discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 5-0. All right, at this time, we will have our board member reports. Ms. Richardson, you can start.
So, good evening, everyone, and I would like to start by saying thank you to our school counselors. Let me turn on my mic. Our school counselors, or school social workers, or school psychologists, or school-based mental health counselors. I want to thank you for helping our students thrive. A big thank you. This week or last week was School Counselors Week, and I don't ever want to take any position or any, whatever we do or whatever you do for granted. If I know something, I am going to say thank you for everything that you have done for our district, for our schools, for our students. So thank you. But I want to go a little further, so please bear with me. I want to thank Leanne Simmons, and she serves Savannah Ridge, White City, Mariposa, and Lakewood Park. Miss Stephanie Hallowell, she serves Parkway, Port St. Lucie High School, Lakewood Park, Weatherby, and St. Lucie Elementary. Miss Rhea Love, she serves Forest Grove, Dan McCarty, Southport, Southern Oaks. Miss Jeannie Jones, she serves St. Lucie West K-8, Alapata, Bayshore, Westgate K-8. Miss Diamond Lee, Dale Cassens. Tangela Phillips, Dale Cassens. Corrales Rees, she serves Manatee K-8, FK Suite, Sam Gaines, Fort Pierce Central. Miss Michelle Saylor, she serves Northport K-8, Floresta, Village Green, and Windmill Point. Melody Skinner, she serves Oak Hammock K-8, Centennial High School, and performance-based and cast. Last but not least, Miss Alexandra Smith, she serves Dale Cassens. Thank you for being there for our students and helping them thrive. To our paraprofessionals, thank you for your invaluable support and for being the backbone in whatever field you serve in. Having worked as a teacher's aide myself at Southern Oaks, I understand how demanding this position can be. That was a long time ago. I loved my job and the students, and I thought it was, and even though it was a different time with its own challenges, I deeply understand the challenges you face today in these positions. Thank you for your service. Last but not least, well, not last, I was honored to attend a grand luncheon celebration at Windmill Point Elementary, organized by Principal Jones, her administration, faculty, and staff. The event paid tribute to beloved employees who have dedicated 15 years or more to the same school. Principal Jones wanted to create a legacy of appreciation and ensure her staff knew that their hard work, commitment, and dedication had not gone unnoticed. Windmill Point went above and beyond in showing their appreciation. I was truly honored to be a part of this celebration and legacy. To the staff, I applaud your service and thank you for all you do. Last but not least, Mr. O'Leary, is it okay if I say something? Is he gone? Well, is it okay, Mr. O'Leary? Well, Mr. O'Leary became a grandfather over the weekend. Yes, he did. As a proud grandpa, he pulled out his phone and he was just showing me all the pictures. A little girl, Blakely Ray, is that correct? Blakely Ray. So my congratulations to you, Mr. O'Leary, and whatever she calls you, you'll be happy with it. And that's my report. Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. Last but not least, Mrs. Olise, so good to see you. Mrs. Vickers and the team, so good to see you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Ms. Richardson. Ms. Harrison?
I just want to thank the board for allowing me to go to the FSBA and continue my certification. I'm very excited to be doing that and to be able to serve my community in that capacity. I wanted to let everybody know Young Floridian, with its rich history, is up and running. To be able to send seniors to college with that scholarship program is an exciting ability that the Chamber of Commerce is happy to facilitate. And I myself will be going into 3 different high schools. We've upped it from 2 high schools this year to 3 high schools to do the Young Floridian training. And I wanted to invite all the board members out to those trainings, and I'll get the dates and they'll be published for all of you to be able to come out and witness that. That's a training that we inherited from Personnel Dynamics, and it's soft skills. And so it's a training that he's been doing all around the country, and we'll be facilitating that this year in 3 different public high schools. So we're excited about that.
Thank you, Ms. Harrison. Any further Okay, Ms. Hawley? Okay, Mr. Ingersoll?
No report.
Okay. Well, I have a report. I had two, but Ms. Richardson stole one from me. That was the Mr. O'Leary's granddaughter. This is his first grandchild, so this is a big deal. But also, my second one was my very own son is in the audience today. Would you please stand up, Joshua Paul? And Joshua is all the way from Ohio, so he came to see his mom run a board meeting. Thank you, Josh. At this time, we are adjourned.